Yasmin, my go-to lender, and we are here to talk about refis. I feel like some people just don't understand how refis work. Should you refi? When do you refi? What is a refi? You're on.
What is a refi? So I think we were just kind of chatting about people getting a little scared at the current market, just given the high rate environment that we're in. You know, clearly the economy is inflated, and so rates are kind of staying up there for the time being, until we kind of get inflation under control, which clearly it's not under control just yet. So, I feel like I see a lot of buyers once they see, I give them a payment breakdown on a property they really want, and they kind of just, freeze. And my comeback to that is always like, don't look at this 30-year fix like a 30-year sentence. You are not going to stay in this loan for 30 years. We are going to refinance this loan as soon as rates come down. But not only are you going to refinance it, we're probably going to refinance it a few times over throughout the years until we get that rate down to a super comfortable rate in payment. And it will eventually happen, right? The market ebbs and flows. And so once you my biggest thing is get your foot through the door on a property and try to maybe stomach that payment for a year. Kind of mentally tell yourself, can I pay this with my savings or whatever have you? The payment looks really high, but can I, hang on to this payment for about a year? And then I clearly don't have a crystal ball, but there's a lot of market movers that kind of, move rates around. And as soon as we do see a nice drop or a nice fall, we lock that new rate in and we take advantage of a refinance. So refinance is just basically taking your existing loan and reducing the rate in payment on that loan. If you are VA, in order to do your first refinance, you need to have made 7 payments on your existing loan, and your rate needs to drop by 0.5 in order to take advantage of a VA IRRRL. VA IRRRLs are my favorite. So there are no appraisals required, and there's no income required. So it's basically a refinance that drops your rate in payment that can be done in basically a week. And there's perks to refinancing too outside of the monthly savings. The perks to refinancing is you skip a couple of monthly payments so you can replenish your savings account. And sometimes you get, if you have an escrow balance for your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance, that will get refunded back to you. So on top of the monthly savings, you do come ahead with the upfront savings of skipping the mortgage payment. So again, if you're at a 6%, we refinance you to a 5%, let's say if rates are there. Yeah. Beautiful, get the monthly savings, skip a couple of payments, rebuild savings, and then let's say in the next year or two, rates come down to 4%. We're going to do it again. And we're going to do it again to a point where, hey, we don't know where rates are really going. At one point, rates were down to 2%, which was wild. And you don't know when that time will ever come in the future, if it will again. But if it does, you're going to take advantage of it. So some programs you still have to income qualify in order to refinance. The 2 programs you don't have to income qualify would be FHA and VA. They're both considered streamlined refinances, no income required, no appraisal required, so nada out of pocket, which is really nice. But ideally, I feel like you shouldn't, I tell all my clients, because as soon as rates come down, all these, your offers are just not, they're going to be overlooked, or you're going to be competing, you're going to be offering your firstborn, trying to get through the door. So it's an idea of just trying to, get your foot through the door, kind of make amends with the payment, and just know that we're eventually going to refinance you to drop that rate in payment.
And how many times have we seen, at least in the last 5 years, people are like on the fence, and now you're completely out of San Diego. Like at least where we're out, like now you're never going to buy in San Diego, I feel like, because people are like, wait for their interest rate. But what happens on our end is the interest rate, like she said, drops. And now we have how many more buyers putting offers in on that house. And what does that do? It skyrockets a house. So find a house that you really like and talk to Yasmin and make sure that you can figure that out for the next year, let's say, and keep refining. I know that's what I did in the house that we're in for 20 years. Like I remember thinking, wow, it's high, but we just kept refining and now we're down below 3. So, you got to find the house, but figure it out instead of being scared all the time.
Instead of being scared.
Like get educated on the numbers, because numbers don't lie.
Scared money don't make money.
No, right.
You gotta take risk. I had a client recently tell me, she's just like, I'm so opposed to risk and this and that. And I said, look, if you're going to invest, it is going to be risky. You are going to probably have to wipe out your savings in her case. And I said, it's all good, because when you do close on the property, for the first 2 months, you won't have a mortgage payment. She had another property she could sell. And so she just didn't want to wipe out her savings. And I'm just like, there's always a way, right? Whether we sell your other property or whatever have you, but you always have to take just a tiny bit of risk in order, especially in our San Diego market, to get in our San Diego market.
Yeah. And
I'm always happy to speak about it, right? And come up with solution, and we'll figure it out. I love financial planning.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.